All right, folks, today we're going to be talking about how Trump can consolidate the party to be the winner. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to the Global Intel Channel. Got a lot to talk about. Of course, you had the Iowa caucuses yesterday, and Trump came out the resounding winner. Tried to, it's one thing. You look at the polling, and of course, they say it's one way, and then when everything is said and done, the polling is completely different. They said that Haley was going to be a resounding second, and Vivek wouldn't even show up. And of course, Ramaswamy got almost 8%. Haley was third, and DeSantis was second. So now you've got a real picture of where things are going. So now what Trump needs to do is he needs to basically consolidate the party. Okay, now this isn't an endorsement or anything like that, but he's really got the establishment on the ropes. And because of that, he can do some things to make it so he wins the nomination and basically cleans things up by the time February comes around. So in a week, you've got New Hampshire, and it looks like Haley is going to be a resounding second, polling at about 30% to Trump's 40%. So realistically, you're looking at 45% Trump, probably 25% for Haley, and then, the other people will pick up the other pieces of the pie. Vivek now is out. So now what you have is Haley, DeSantis, and Trump, three-person race. Chris Christie, of course, dropped out last week. Last night, Trump in his, speech, and of course, all the major networks didn't really want to put it out there. They're saying he was putting out untruths. That's ridiculous. I mean, politicians since the dawn of time have put out untruths. They just don't want people to hear it because they're afraid. They know that his message is starting to resound with people that are in their party that they normally would not have gotten to go along with us. So what he did last night was he said basically some not so toxic things about DeSantis and Haley and Vivek Ramaswamy. And what he did was he said, look, these people are basically fighting, for the same things I am. I've been talking down on them, but from here, it's time to understand that they've put up a good fight and you guys need to come along with me. This is the way things are going. Now, what's different about all this is that usually when a president loses in a election like 2020, he is really done. They don't really bring him out anymore, and he retires. And of course, Trump is doing something different. He's coming back for a third spot. He's really got his power together, 2024, and he's really got that anti-establishment feel. And, people say, oh, well, now Iowa is Trump country. I think Iowa is really reflecting what the larger country is, and they're just kind of sick of politics as usual. The economy, as much as they want to shove it in your face that it's some fantastic thing, it's not. And a lot of farmers in Iowa, and I think that they're hurting. They're seeing a lot of the changes and the writing on the wall. People are really afraid of a large global war breaking out. They don't think that the Biden administration cares about them. The things going on to our south have really made people angry, especially when you're sitting there and you're thinking of like veterans needing services, and you're thinking about all of the money and time and care and what will eventually it be to house these new people that aren't really part of our culture yet. Doesn't mean they can't become it. Also, there's just the whole fact that all this opens us up to a lot of problems that could come along with this. We haven't vetted anybody, and we could have activity in our streets that are reminiscent of third world countries. We've seen that happen in France. We've seen it happen all over Europe, and then you add on the potential for violence, and people are just kind of over it. They don't want to have it in their backyard, and here we are. So at this point, I'd say Trump has a commanding lead, and so that means that the people that are in the establishment, all of the usual things have not worked. The, litany of litigation hasn't worked. They've tried to take him out impeachment twice to try to take him out through multiple cases and lawsuits and all kinds of things. It doesn't work because, well, first of all, they don't have enough when it comes to those things to take him out. So every time they go at him with these half-cocked plans, it just angers the people even further, makes them see that this really is a show, and it consolidates the power around him even harder. And they've really messed up in that way. What they should have done the whole time is just basically polish Joe's presidential ideas and try to stay away from all of the issues of the wars and everything, and try to make Bidenomics look better than it was. But of course they weren't able to do that, and now here we are. And it's going to be crazy the way the things are going to be going from here to the end in November of 2024 when the election finally happens. And at that point, we could be in a very different situation as a country. I'm not going to prognosticate on what I think that will look like, but I can tell you right now that it's going to be a lot more precarious. I guess that's the nicest way to put it. So we shall see. Friends, I appreciate you being here. Please, as always, hit that like button and subscribe. Hit a playlist, watch that. Tell people about the channel. We're growing in a nice way, and I appreciate you being here. As always, thank you so much. And you know what? Check it out on the next one. We're back here. Want to post more. I'm doing as best I can, and we'll try to get these out more and more. But I'm just glad you're here. So God bless you all. Thanks.